Hey everybody, this is the start of a Renegades reading vlog. I am buddy reading this with my friend Sarah. I think her Twitter is like at Sarah and Books. I'll link it down in the description. I was gifted this for Christmas by my friend Zoe from Reader B, and I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet, but I'm literally on page 3. And I know I'm gonna freaking love this. It's making me think of like X-Men. It's giving me super like X-Men vibes. Like, cause like in X-Men, like the world knows about X-Men, but like the normal people are trying to like make laws and stuff. Like they want them to like register, right? And it's just not good. And so basically like that kind of happened in this with the people that have powers, and except the people in this one, the people that have powers, a group of them like banded together and like destroyed government buildings and yeah, basically they like didn't take no shit. And they've been in control, or it's kind of been anarchy, I guess, chaos or whatever, for about 20 years. And then the Renegades come, and then dun dun dun. And then there's pages at the beginning telling everybody and what their powers are, and I'm like, yes, superheroes. But then some of the powers, I'm like, ooh, like what you gonna do with that? Like one of the renegades is called Monarch, and she transforms into a swarm of monarch butterflies. Well, I'm sure that is beautiful, but does it kick ass? I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see that in action. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading because it's already after 10 o'clock, and I'm supposed to read to page 103 today, and I'm only on page 3. All right, chill. Talk to you later. Okay, I am so upset. I only just read the prologue. But excuse me, who shoots a fucking baby? Like, as a parent, it's so hard to read stuff like that. Like, I can't, like, what the fuck? What? Oh my god. I'm just like shook. Ugh, that's so disgusting. Who shoots a baby? Okay, it's gonna get better. It's already jumped to 10 years in the future from that. The chapter 1 says 10 years later, so... But holy fuck, like, really? Really? Oh. Hey, okay, I read the first 7 chapters, and it's definitely got me hooked. There was a big fight scene, which I love fight scenes. I love that the anarchists live in the subway tunnels. That's pretty funny. There's so many characters, a lot of characters, but now it's looking like Nightmare is probably going to try to infiltrate the Renegades, and then there's a whole mystery with Adrian's mother's death, and it's so good, but I took forever to read all those chapters because I was falling asleep. It's 12:30 in the morning, and I've got a little munchkin crawling in with me. So I gotta go, and I'll check in after I read tomorrow's chapters. Night. Hey y'all, so now it is Wednesday night, and I read about 70 pages. I'm about 5 pages short of what was designated today for Sarah and I to read. But literally the book is like hitting me in the face. I'm so tired. So I'm just gonna stop for now. I can read those 5 pages tomorrow. Um, in the section that I read, the Renegades sent a team to go to where the anarchists live and like find out if they were behind what happened at the parade, blah blah blah. And it was like really intense. Like the Renegades like smashed a bunch of their food and like were just really horrible to them and like kind of like attacked them unprovoked. And so this is definitely an anti-hero story because you're definitely cheering for the anarchists, who are kind of the villains in this world. So, but I really like it. I'm really liking it a lot. What else happened? Oh, we're just getting ready. Now the characters are just getting ready for, Nova is going to try to join the Renegades and be undercover. Yeah, and so that's where I start to fall asleep. She's right before she is going to go and show them her powers and stuff and see if she can get in. So I will update you when I read more tomorrow. Good night. Hey, it is Friday morning, and I have been reading Renegades, but like a little bit. I read last night a few chapters, and yeah, the part where I'm at is Nova. She kicked freaking ass. She beat up the gargoyle guy who smashed all of the beehives, and I was like, yes, it's so good. I was so proud of her. You know, as you do. and and now when I woke up this morning, I tried to just grab the book and read in bed, but that doesn't work for me as I just like fall back asleep. So I got up and I got dressed and stuff, and yeah, it's my day off today, so I'm planning just a chill day home reading. But if anyone who's a single mom knows, like, it's like so hard sometimes to do that, to justify it to yourself, because there's always like 25 things that you should be doing that you need to do. So like I'm doing laundry too throughout the day and like changing the sheets and everything like that. But I didn't finish the pages for yesterday, and I'll finish the pages for today too. And then once I get to that point in Renegades and the buddy read, I'll give you the sun and try to read some more of that, even though, yeah, like, because I'm not super enjoying that, but I'm like 200 pages in, so might as well finish it. And yeah, so I think where I just put the book down and so that I could get up and get dressed and have breakfast and stuff, she was just walking into like the headquarters for the first time, and Nova, she's like so on edge. Like I think she feels like she's gonna be found out like any second. She's just like really tense, walking into the headquarters and stuff. And it's like, girl, chill. You got this. But yeah, no, like this book, it's so good. It's so easy to read, and I'm really liking it. So I'm about 200 pages in. So yeah, I'm just going to keep reading and messaging Sarah with everything that I'm thinking. And yeah, I'll update you later. Bye. Hey y'all, so I just finished reading today's pages. I finished chapter 24, page 317. And it's getting so hard to pick a side. Like, it's being pretty clear. I just sent some thoughts to Sarah, and I thought, like, it's pretty clear that, like, the anarchists and the renegades, neither of them really understands what the other ones want or, like, their motives, like, properly. and they think things of the other that's just not true or isn't true like anymore. And so like an example of that is like Adrian is talking to the librarian and says, "You spent decades selling guns to villains who would just as soon keep the people ignorant and helpless." And that's not, like, beside him, Nova stiffened, like, because that's not true. That's not what the villains want at all. And then Ingrid goes completely rogue, didn't warn the librarian at all that the Renegades are coming to do this, are maybe going to do this raid, and, like, she's just, what did she say? "They would have charged him with something," Ingrid grumbled. "They would have found a reason to arrest him. It was only a matter of time." And, like, it was so clear from Nova hanging out with the Renegades that, like, they weren't even meant to go in there without, like, really, like, evidence. And so, like, that's not true either. Like, the Renegades aren't going around framing people for things, like, or just making up reasons. They're really giving the old villains like a chance to be good again, I guess. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to read more. But I got some stuff to do. I have to like make the beds and keep doing laundry, and then I'm gonna read some of my other book today. So I might not read any more of this until later tonight or until tomorrow. I've read my today's chapters, but I might just try to catch up or get a head start, because I'm meant to read 100 pages tomorrow and like 130 pages on Sunday, and I don't usually read that much on weekends. I don't know why. Like, I'm the one that made the schedule, but whatever. It is what it is. I did forget that I had today off. So, yeah. So, I'll update you later. Bye. Hey guys, it's Saturday night, and I just finished reading my chapters of the day for Renegades. So I just finished chapter 32. I'm on page 418, and something intense just happened, and I'm gonna keep on reading, but I just want to update here. I was just thinking that, like, I really love, like, Marissa Meyer's writing is, like, it's just so easy to read, like, if that makes any sense. Like, you kind of just fly through it. I love her writing style. And, yeah, so kind of what the book is turning into is, like, basically the two main characters, Nova on the Anarchists and Adrian on the Renegades, they both have, like, secret, like, identities that they're trying to keep secret. And they keep being put into situations where it's like, whoop, are you gonna let something slip here? So I'm thinking that, like, at the end, because it's a trilogy, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy. It for sure has a second book anyways. So I'm thinking, like, at the end of this book, one of their identities is going to be revealed. Maybe. But anyways, there's this other character, Max, and he's, like, locked up in a quarantine all the time. And she's, like, super curious about him. Like, why is he in the quarantine? Like, she's gone to visit him a couple times with Adrian, but they won't tell her, like, what the deal is with him. They keep saying it's, like, classified, and she's, like, too new, and they don't know if they can trust her, and blah, blah, blah. But she's helping do something on the computer, so she has, like, access to all these files, and his file says that his power is, like, absorption. Immediately, I know what that means. Like, they all have superhero powers, right? So he obviously can absorb other people's powers. And so he probably has, like, a whole bunch of powers. And, like, I don't know why she didn't, like, it, that seems so obvious. Anyways, like, she never sleeps, right? So she's at night, and she can, I don't know if it's everything's glass, but she can see into where he is, and he's like levitating, and she's like, oh, he's telekinetic. And then she goes back into his file because she's like remembers that it said something weird about his power, and it's like absorption. And I'm like, well, that's not absorption. Like, she should have put that together, that he absorbed somebody's power. Like, I don't know. It's funny when the main characters like are just dumb sometimes. But yeah, no, I'm really liking it. And so yeah, so that's what happened. Like, she was watching him levitate, and then I don't know, she moved or something, and it caught his eye and messed up his concentration, and he fell. And he must have landed on something, because then he was like, she could see that he was bleeding. So she runs to him through all these doors because he's in a quarantine, and she just keeps going through where it's like, you're not meant to go through there. And it's like he sucked her power out of her. She was like, it said that she was all of a sudden started feeling exhausted, and she passed out. And part of her power is that she never sleeps. So I'm like, man, you're so dumb. He's like screaming at her, like, get out, go back, don't come any closer. And she's like, are you okay? And he's like, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Oh God, I love it when characters are dumb. I usually don't, but that was really funny, like almost like comical. Like, it's like, you're so dumb. Okay, anyways, so yeah, there is about 130 pages left in the book, and according to the reading schedule, I just threw it all on tomorrow, like Sunday, which is like a little lot. It's a lot of reading for a Sunday for me. I don't usually have that much time to read on the weekends. So I'm just going to keep reading right now, but I'm not going to update again because it's already like 11:30. And I'll just be tired and incoherent if I try to update in an hour or whenever I stop reading. So, but, okay. So hopefully I'm going to finish the book tomorrow. Yay, so exciting. I really love it. I'm so happy. And I'm just sad though because I don't have the next one, so I'm not going to be able to like jump into the next one right away. Shoot. Oh well, but yeah. Okay, good night. Okay, I just finished Renegades, and I was screaming around, and my kids were like, are you alright? I don't know what it is about Marissa Meyer's writing, but like the end of this book, the trope where like somebody is not actually dead that you thought was dead. Like, I normally hate that trope. Like, Girls of Paper and Fire, I like canceled it because of that trope on like the last paragraph. Hi. And but at the end of this book, when I found out who was not actually dead in the very last couple of pages, I was screaming. I was so excited. I can't wait to read the next one. Also, I knew it. I freaking knew it. I knew that Ingrid and her, like, oh, let's pretend we're gonna kill each other so that they think we're both dead. Like, I knew it. I was like, she is gonna actually kill Nova, though. Like, such a shady bitch. I also really love that of like how slow burn this like romance is. It's like they don't even know that they hate each other yet. So I'm like wondering if it's gonna end up being kind of like a hate to love. Like, I'm not sure how it's gonna go. So the next book is called Arch Enemies. And it came out last year in November 2018. And so I'm really excited to read that one. I don't have it, though. I don't know if I want to, like, rush into it because the third book doesn't come out until November of this year. So it's like, it's probably going to leave us on a cliffhanger again. So I'm thinking that the next book is going to be all about trying to get the helmet back from wherever it's hidden inside Renegades headquarters. And then the third book is just going to be total chaos and like a big like war battle type of thing between the two.
Mommy.
And I'm excited. Okay. That's all I have for this book diary. That's the end. I loved it so much. 5 stars. Woohoo. Okay, bye.
Mommy.
Say bye.
Bye.
Hey, so I know I already wrapped up this vlog, but there was like a key point in the book that I like didn't even mention or talk about at all. So like near the end, after everything goes down, the main renegades, Captain Chromium, whatever, they all start talking about about Max and about the blood tests and stuff, and they allude to what they were using his blood for, which is they're hoping to make some sort of a solution that if they needed to take away somebody's powers, they could. And basically if you're not going to follow the agenda of the renegades and you're a prodigy, they're going to take away your powers. And this was like an important moment in the book because it helps the main character, like her beliefs are reaffirmed. I feel like as she was like hanging out more and more with the renegades, she was kind of seeing their side and having that debate between like, which is the right thing to do kind of thing. But then when they told her that, it was like everything that she believed was like reaffirmed, like, whoa, no, like these guys are taking it too far, like it's wrong. So yeah, those are kind of my final thoughts on the book, but what I wanted to do was, what I do on my watch later is if somebody that I follow does a like a spoiler filled vlog or discussion, like review type thing of a book that I know I'm going to read at some point, I save it in the watch later. And I wait until after I actually read the book, and then I go back and watch it. So if I don't save it and then watch later, I'll just forget about it and I'll never find it again. So I have 2. I have a rant review from RK Gold, and I also have a book talk from X Catherine Reads. So I'm gonna watch them both. I'm gonna watch them and then react if they have anything to react to. And I'll add that to my vlog. I'm just holding the phone in my hand, so I'm not gonna have one of those cute little where I put music while I'm watching the video. I'm gonna stop it, I'm gonna watch, and then I'll come back. Okay, so Ari didn't like anything about the book at all, and his reviews are making me laugh so much just because he's like getting all worked up about it. But most of his main points have to do with the characters being stupid or about the writing, and I definitely agree that the characters are stupid. There was so many points in the book where I was like messaging Sarah or just yelling at the book, like they are dumb. It took them a long time to get things. The reader definitely knew things like way before the characters actually did throughout the whole book and stuff like that. But on some level, they're teenagers, and there's tons of books where teenagers are written in a way that's unbelievable. Like they're put in situations that they shouldn't be in, which is the same for this book, but they act in a way that's like vastly mature for how old they actually are. But I felt like in this book, lots of their actions kind of matched, and their thinking matched their age. So it didn't bother me so much that they were stupid, because it was like, yeah, like they're just dumb 16-year-olds. And it was kind of funny. And it didn't bother my enjoyment. Ari also commented on the writing and like the development of backstories, and how some of the representation seemed like it was just like checking a box. I agree with that about the representation, but I can't comment really on the writing. I didn't think that there was anything wrong with the backstories that were there, and how they were put together. And I don't know. I don't read critically, and so I just read for enjoyment. And I like Marissa Meyer's writing most of the time. I find her books like really quick reads to get through, and I find that they pull me in. And I didn't have anything to critique like in that way. But I think he just doesn't like how the story was like put together, and it was just all too like juvenile, I guess. But yeah, I didn't have any problem with that. I don't know. I'm not mad. Ari can like what he likes, and that's cool. And I'm gonna watch Catherine's video, but not right now. I have to go pick up my kids from daycare, so I'll watch it later and film the last bit, and then I'll edit this vlog. Okay, cool. Hey, okay, so I just watched Catherine's reaction video. Her channel is called X Catherine Reads, and she was more on par with like what I thought about the book. She would have given it like 4 stars or so, and some of the things that she brought up like repeatedly in her video were the predictable plot points, which, yep, that's fine. It definitely was predictable. It is kind of your classic YA, and you can tell what's going to happen, just like I've said before. And she agreed with me about the writing too. Like she said, it's very simple writing. You don't really have to like work hard to get into the story, and it's fun and easy and things like that. And then the rest of her video, when she went into spoilers, she basically went through every major plot point that happened in the book, and just talked about it in general. She reminded me, which I didn't know if I mentioned it in this vlog at all, that Adrian's mother's death, that didn't get resolved at the end of this book. Like his mother died mysteriously, and he thinks Nightmare has something to do with it. So, and then obviously still at the end of Renegades here, Adrian doesn't know that Nova's Nightmare, and Nova doesn't know that Adrian's the Sentinel still. So, yeah, so I think that's the end of all my thoughts about this book. Coming up in similar vlogs like this is going to be on September 1st. I'm going to start buddy reading Crooked Kingdom with my friend Talia, and I'm going to vlog that. And then after my birthday, so maybe like the 16th or a little bit later in September, I'm going to read probably the next book in this series, Arch Enemies, with Sarah again, and I'm going to vlog that one as well, so you can look forward to seeing those on my channel. Thanks for popping in. If you stayed this far, that's awesome. Let me know what you thought of Renegades in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.